Welcome to the channel, guys. Today, let's make this easy strawberry cheesecake poke cake. I'm Jamie with SavorySaver. I share gluten-free recipes, tips, tricks, and resources to make your gluten-free lifestyle easier. So please consider hitting subscribe and let's get started. Now, I got this recipe off of 12 tomatoes and I'm just converting it from a gluten recipe to a gluten-free recipe. This is easy to do because the only thing that has gluten in it is the cake. So I'm going to use a boxed gluten-free cake mix. Now, this does make a 13 by 9. However, this cake mix only makes an 8 by 8 or a 9 by 9. So we're going to go through the recipe. You are going to see me pretty much make the recipe. But again, it's really simple, guys. I don't think we're going to need to spend a lot of time on it. So let's jump into it. So for this, the full recipe will be linked down in the description below. It does make a 9 by 13, but I am cutting everything in half because this cake mix only makes an 8 by 8 or a 9 by 9 according to the back of the box. And everything cuts in half perfectly. So I found that this worked out just fine. So you want to make the cake mix according to the package directions. So we're just going to make the cake as it is, bake it off, and then let it cool. Now, the measurements for what we're doing for the rest of the recipe are the ones I used, not the ones that make a full cake. So while the cake bakes, we're going to prepare our strawberries. You want about half a pound, and we're going to wash them and clean them and then dice them up nice and small. And you want to take some of those strawberries, 2 or 3 of the whole ones, put them off to the side because we can use those to garnish the top if you like. If you don't want to do that mess because you want to take a quicker route, then by all means, it's still going to taste good. So we're going to put the chopped strawberries in a bowl, and then we're going to stir in a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Give it a good stir and let it sit there for about 30 minutes. And that's going to help those strawberries release all that sweet juice in there. Once that's all done, then you want to mash the strawberries with a fork or potato masher. Now, number 1, do this in a bigger bowl because we're going to add everything else to the bowl after this is ready. And second of all, just jump ahead to the potato masher unless your strawberries are nice and ripe, because I had a hard time with it because my strawberries weren't quite as soft as they could have been. Now we want to add half a brick, which is 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. And you want to beat that cream cheese together with those strawberries and sugar really well to make it smooth. This will take a few minutes. It starts off where it's still a little chunky, and then eventually it does all smooth out. So room temperature cream cheese is going to help you do this faster. Once everything's smooth, you want to stir in a couple tablespoons of milk, and we're going to definitely need that so the poke cake actually has a little more liquid in it so it can soak down into the cake. So if you feel like a couple tablespoons is still too thick, I don't think adding another tablespoon or 2 is going to hurt. Now, of course, you take that spoon or whatever you decide to do and poke holes all over the cake. And we want to make some nice deep holes so the strawberry mix can soak down into it. Now, as you saw, I did cut off part of that cake top because it just rose so much I wasn't expecting it to. So this was an 8 by 8 pan. So a 9 by 9 pan would probably actually work perfect for this brand of gluten-free cake. Once everything's smooth with that strawberry mixture, we're going to pour it over the cake. And then at this point, I covered it with plastic wrap and popped it in the fridge for a couple hours. Now, the final part of this, you're going to need half a container of thawed whipped topping. Now, what I did, because we were going somewhere with this, is that I didn't want to deal with the Cool Whip on the top and then having to cover it again. So I simply left it like it was and took the Cool Whip with me. That way there, all you have to do is add Cool Whip, and you can add as much or as little as you want. I don't always like a lot of whipped cream, especially if it's Cool Whip. I would prefer regular real whipped cream, and I would put more on if it was that. So for me, less Cool Whip is actually better. And as you can see here, I did not probably poke enough holes in the cake because you can't even see it in some of it. So the next time I make this, and there probably will be a next time because we really liked it, I'm definitely going to spend some more time putting more holes in the cake so there's more places for all that mixture to go. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. And full disclosure, this is going to be a really good taste test because I made this Saturday and it's now Monday. So it's a couple days old. So let's see how the cake's holding up. So the cake crumbled just a little bit on me. And I'm not gonna lie, it is getting a little crumbly because it's been kept in the fridge. However, taste-wise, it's still good. I actually told Tara that I really liked this gluten-free cake. It had a really good taste to it, and I really couldn't tell a huge gluten-free taste difference. So I did like that about this Aldi box mix one. The strawberry topping on this now, along with the Cool Whip, is helping with this cake. So it is starting to dry out, but the other toppings are balancing that back out. So this is probably gonna be best for the first day or so, and then of course it's gonna start drying out because for one, it's been in the fridge, and for two, it's gluten-free, and you know how that goes sometimes. So we have this easy, gluten-free strawberry cheesecake poke cake. What do you guys think? Looks like an easy recipe for spring and summer. I will link down below to the full instructions, and I'll try to link to some gluten-free cake mix options as well if you have trouble finding some in your area. But overall, guys, good recipe, easy recipe, really good flavor. Tara really enjoyed it. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.